love, dark skin and Aunt Viv love. That Jada in that weird love. That leave a toothbrush at your crib love. And you ain't gotta wonder whether that's your kid love. Nigga, I don't want no bitch from reality shows. Out of touch with reality hoes. Out in Hollywood bringing back 5 or 6 hoes. Fuck them, then we kick them to the door. Nigga, you know how it goes. She deserve that. She a bird, it's a bird trap. You think if I didn't rap, she would flirt back. Taking off a skirt, let her wear my shirt before she leave. I'ma need my shirt back. Nigga, you know how it goes. One time for my LA sisters. One time for my LA hoes. Lame niggas can't tell the difference. One time for a nigga who knows. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, can't get fooled again.
Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. My only regret was too young for Lisa Bonet. My only regret was too young for Nia Long. Now all I'm left with is hoes from reality shows. Hand her a script, the bitch probably couldn't read alone. My only regret was too young for Sade Adu. My only regret could never take Aaliyah home. Now all I'm left with is hoes up in Greystone with the stale face cause they know it's based on. She shallow with the pussy, she shallow. She shallow. She shallow with the pussy, she shallow. She shallow. She shallow with the pussy, she shallow. She shallow. She shallow with the pussy, she shallow. Don't save her, she don't wanna be saved. 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 Don't save her, she don't wanna be saved.
Yes. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. She don't wanna be saved. Yes. What's good? You know, we felt right to do a little different introduction this week. That was the opening song, fits the topic perfect. Welcome to another exciting week of the Man Cave. It's your host, Cal Williams, and Mr. Tone Deaf Radio, Mr. Tone Deaf himself, and Mr. Gator. We in the cave. Fellas, what's good?
What's up?
What's going on?
You know, man. We here, bro. Long week.
This topic, boy.
It's the topic?
Boy.
Oh, man. Sound like Gator. Sound like this right here. This is near dear to your heart. Oh man, you gonna take the lead on this one, huh? Gator ready to go. Gator ready to go. Gator like, man, listen, you have no idea what I'm about to lay on these people today. No doubt, Gator. You know, I feel you, brother. Listen, this is what it is, man. You know, this is the reality, man. You know, we talked to the women last week, so, you know, we got to talk to our gentlemen a bit more. And for those who don't know, today's topic of the Man Cave today is stop trying to save her. I'm going to say that again for our listeners that didn't really quite hear that, or maybe didn't hear the opening song on where we're going with this today. The topic of today's show is stop trying to save her. She don't want to be saved. Stop trying to save her. It happens. It happens a lot in this world, you know. I mean, Gator, let's go into it, Gator, because I feel it. I feel the energy, brother. Like, you ready. I feel the energy. You ready to let them know, like, listen, this is what it is. What's your views on that, brother? Let's jump right into it.
I'm just saying, you just try to be good and be nice to women sometimes, and they take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I
like
understand.
you trying to give them a compliment or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they act like you just threw yourself at them. Like, what if I want you? I was just saying that was a nice dress. Why is you flexing on me? What?
Why you flexing?
I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Nah, it's not you, brother. It's not you.
It's
not
wow,
you.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
you know, every... Mm-hmm. Go
And
ahead, bro. It's
the,
not you.
I'm the good guy, so I'm always,
Yeah.
you know. But that just be getting to me like, wait, what just happened?
Yep.
Turn the nose all
happen.
up and everything. Like, what the fuck? You know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See? And see, for Gator to feel that way, like he said, Gator's the good brother. You know, he's the good one, you know, part of the cave. Y'all already know how, you know, how Cal give it up. You know, like I just don't have no filter. And I know, you know, I have no filter. I'm sorry. I ain't got time for the BS. I ain't got time for the games. You ask me a question, be ready for the honesty, because I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut.
It's going to hurt sometimes.
It's going to hurt sometimes. Yes, it is. It's going to hurt sometimes. But, hey, look, you asked for it, I'm going to give it to you. That's just what it is, you know. So for Brother Gator to feel that way, that's just what it is. But, you know, it happens a lot because, like, when you go into relationships a lot of times, unfortunately, you know, women have the concept of, oh, I can change him. I can change him. A man I have the mentality of, oh, I can upgrade her. I can make her better. I can save her. You know, that's where that came in. I can save her from whatever you feel you can save her from, which is actually just the wrong mentality. You know, women want to change and men want to save. It doesn't work. If you automatically going into a relationship feeling that you can save somebody,
you think you Superman.
right.
I mean, my bad.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. Speak on it.
I'm just on one for real. Like.
Speak on it. Like when did you get superpowers? You know what I'm saying? You gonna save somebody. You gonna save somebody from what? Like, you know, like, oh nah, that's just, she may be, yeah, she a little down and out, you know, she going through this, or yeah, you know, I could save her from that. I could make her better. You know, she got all this craziness going on, but she need a dude like me to say, like, what do you gotta save her? You might want to question that relationship right there. You gotta save her. Like, she should already be saved before she come into the relationship. Did I hit it, Gator? Did I hit it right?
I ain't even gonna say that. That's just when you just get the deep sigh, like.
You like, oh man, guys, damn it, boy. Gator kind of, they're like, shit, like, damn, you know, that's what I be meaning, man. Like, save her. Like, I remember when that chick told me that. Like, I mean, I know. Go ahead.
I don't know, man. It's just like you see that they be out there doing that for real though. They be out there trying to help them out and everything, and then they get thrown back in their face.
They sure do.
And then they be feeling like I'm feeling.
Oh, I mean,
it's a done job.
I mean, bro. Nah, brother, nah. Speak on it, bro. Speak on it, man, because it's the truth. Like, more men need to hear this. More men need to hear this because a lot of men, brother love, I got love for you. Like I said, Women try to change, men try to save. It just doesn't happen. You know, I shouldn't have to save you. It's one thing to help out. It's no problem helping out, being there for you, being your support, you know, helping you through hard times. It's no problem with that. That's different. But if I got to save you, that's just a whole nother animal right there. Like, and then when it happens, like you try to save somebody and you end up drowning your damn self.
Hey, tragedy. Just straight tragedy.
Sound like it's time for me to chime in now.
Yeah, you need to.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Talk on it. Talk on it, brother. You know when Tone got something to say.
I ain't got nothing to say. Trees, I told him to go over there.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So they want to
He
play.
said he ain't got nothing to say. That ain't good. That means
Tone got some views on it, trust. Tone got some views on it, man. Tone got some views on it. I mean, like, I just don't agree with having to save somebody. I'll be your support. I'll be there for you. I'll help you through hard times. You know, this and that. But saving you, like, so that means I gotta pretty much bring you up out, rescue you. I gotta rescue you from the fire, travel through the fire for us for you to get in a better place. Because who's to say me saving you may be the best thing for us or even myself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Okay, so I apologize for that. Like I had told y'all earlier, the kids were around. For some odd reason, my standard headset is acting up right now, so I had to use my phone. And y'all know when I use my phone headset, it pick up the noise from everything. So
everything, yeah.
That was that. And I hate that. I mean, it's a good mic, but I hate that. So I probably need to, as soon as we get done with the show, I got to go buy a new headset. No. But on the serious tip, though. I mean, one of the good things is I'm glad Kyle brought it up that we as men want to be the saviors and correct the situation, especially when we're kind of guys who know that woman just went through a bad situation and mentally she done lost all trust in me. So as men, we want to be those ones who come up and be like, no, girl, not all men are like that. The guy you dealt with is the only guy that's like that. I'm not like that. And this topic is perfect, and I'm not attacking you, Gator, but you just happen to be the person who always fits the scenario.
Usually says that. Yeah, I am.
You always fit the scenario.
I am.
The reason why I say that is one of the biggest things, if you have never listened to any of the Man Cave or the Breakdown or the few times Gator done came on the Death Fresh show, you probably have heard me constantly tell Gator, stop trying to be the nice guy. Stop playing innocent. No. And here's the thing, Gator.
You right.
I'm not attacking you, but this is me actually giving you the reason why I say that. As the nice guy, or as the person who dubs himself as the nice guy, you also dub yourself a target. Okay? Every chick who's had a bad experience doesn't need someone to save them. They actually need to go through whatever pain and hurt that they are going through in order for them to understand that situation probably wasn't bad because of the guy. That situation was probably bad because of you and the way you view things as well, too. And a lot of women need to learn this. This is not me blaming a woman for everything that happens to them in a relationship, but this is me also saying you need to reflect that outside of the fact. Did he cheat on you? Yeah. Is he a dog-ass dude for that? Most definitely. But now that we realize the obvious, we've already realized the surface in regards to it, why did he cheat? Then when you get into a new relationship, you're coming in with this whole mindset that, oh, this guy's going to cheat on me anyway, so let me get what I want out the situation. Let me get what I need. And you've got yourself a nice guy. You got yourself a guy who really thinks the world of you, okay? But you're only using him as a rebound, or you're only using him to see what you can get out of him, or whatever the case may be. It's getting to the point right now where women don't even date men because they want love. They date men because they want money, they want stability, they want to be spoiled with minimum effort put into the relationship now. And most relationships you have to work for. Most relationships you got to put in effort. That man is going to come with the mentality that he already had, just like you are going to come with a mentality that you already have. The whole purpose of the dating phase of the relationship is to find out where can you compromise these two types of thinking and how to make these two thinkings work. Most relationships these days is my way or the highway. This is their thinking process. They don't want to deal with a man's so-called BS because they don't want to understand why does he feel this way. So they take advantage of the so-called nice guy because in that case, that nice guy just wants you to be happy. This is whereas men, especially the nice ones, make their mistake. Don't always want to make them happy, okay? Especially if it's at the sacrifice of your happiness. You out here working overtime because she wants these red bottoms. You out here working extra hard because she wants Beyonce tickets to go to the On the Run tour. But she's not even going with you. She's going with her girlfriend. So I'm not saying don't do these nice things for your women, but the question you have to ask, and I hate to say this, is what is she doing for you that makes you feel she deserves Beyonce tickets? What is she doing for you that makes you feel she deserves to go out of town with her girlfriend and you don't have to worry about what is she doing? What is she doing for you? Okay? If she's not making you feel she deserves these things, you are being a sucker and you are just tricking what you have for her because you want to play the role of the nice guy. You want her to think that you are better than every other guy she's been with. In actuality, she's just using you, bruh. I'm not saying she's going to go to Coachella and actually turn around and find a new nigga, but all I'm saying is the minute she meets a guy that's going to test her, that's going to put their foot down on whatever little tool that she's running around with, you going to get cheated on. And now you going to be sitting here looking like the dummy because you don't understand how she moved around on you. You don't understand how she could do this to you. You ready to fight the dude for trying to step to your girl because you got the thought that niggas out here just want what you got, when in actuality, she set the whole thing up because she not feeling you the way you feeling her. So nice guys in the world, y'all got to start putting y'all foot down.
Sure do.
Plain and simple. And stop trying to treat every woman the same way. Don't get me wrong. Every woman deserves respect, but every woman ain't a queen. Two different levels.
That's right.
You as a man have to understand there's different levels to these women, and you need to treat each woman properly according to their level. Real talk.
That's right. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? Because a queen is not going to look for you to save her. A queen is going to look for you to add on to what she's already doing herself. Now, a queen is not going to, accept anything that's not on her level. She wants you to add on. She don't want you to save her. A woman looking for you to save her is a woman that already, a woman that's looking for you to save her is a woman that already is confused in what direction she even needs to go in. Which is why she now feels that she may need to be saved, because now it's just like, okay, she's willing to put what she's going through or whatever's going on with her onto someone else so you can bring her out of that, and maybe in return she may be in a better situation that you help put her into, and then she could possibly move on to a better direction. She's unsure about her direction or where she wants to go if she's looking for someone else to save her. that means that she doesn't even that she may not even have that drive or that ambition that you may even want in a partner.
Big fact.
So so it goes back to like what Tone said. A lot of these men out here, stop trying to save that woman. Put your foot down. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being there for a person. There's nothing wrong with being that support, looking out for them. But the minute you are in a situation where you feel you may have to save that woman, or she is putting you in a situation to where she's looking for you to save her, you may want to take a step back and reevaluate that situation.
Facts. And one of the things that I realized is, as we sit here and we talk about the topic, and we're about 15 minutes into it, we have to do something first, guys. We have to actually define what is saving the woman. Because sometimes we are just being the man that they need in their lives. And we are helping them pick up the pieces of their lives, and we are helping them get better. But let's start here. In your own words, Cal, let's start with you. What is your definition of saving a woman?
My definition of saving a woman is putting that woman first before everything. And when you stop doing for yourself or putting yourself in certain situations, uncomfortable situations, or situations that's no longer healthy for you to grow as a king, and you putting out your all, even things that you don't have, to put her on such a pedestal, and continuing to help her re-identify herself or recreate herself to where you no longer have, you stop your growth and put yourself in certain uncomfortable situations or situations that's not healthy for you for the better of her. And that same energy is not even the, like I said before, even the ambition or energy of her doing herself. She's just constantly looking towards you. That's my definition of saving her.
All right, what about you, Jason? Jacob. Jacob.
Gator, yeah?
Can't give niggas nothing. Can't give niggas nothing.
Look, Gator done got off the phone and made a phone call.
No, my bad. I'm listening. I got a situation going on. My bad. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Oh, okay, okay.
Bro. All right.
Oh, man.
Jacob get his life together. The girls have left my presence, so I can speak freely now.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and let's back up the whole phrase of saving a woman. Now, saving a woman is the new PC safe way for even white people to be able to say the phrase without basically getting throat chopped. But if we go back to the origin of what the definition of saving a woman is, it's basically a captain save a hoe. When you really sit back and think about it, it's the concept of turning, as we used to say, turn a hoe into a housewife. And we know you can't turn these hoes to housewives. But the sad part about this is hoes is winning right now, so maybe that's why we changed the word to saving a woman, because these hoes is winning. But no, when you think about it, at the end of the day, a person who turns around and literally accepts all the hoish behaviors that a woman once did and accept these particular hoish behaviors and still want to establish a relationship with this young lady. Now, don't get me wrong. A person can grow out their hoe phase. Everybody has a hoe phase. But it's the difference between a hoe phase and a hoe mentality. A hoe mentality is the person who doesn't really give too much of a care about who they're with. They only care about what they can get out of it. A lot of times you might see situations where that one guy who was just socially awkward, might have one of the baddest chicks you've ever seen on their arm.
Mm-hmm.
Other times you might actually see a dude who is known for smashing and dashing all of a sudden decides that he wants to settle down with a particular young lady who does have a reputation. These are types of times of situations, as an example, of people who is taking, in so many words, this woman's expertise and basing a whole relationship around it. Usually sexual gratification is something that they are very promising at. They are definitely always good on the eyes, and they can talk a mean game. A lot of times these types of women are strictly only after stability. Love has never been something that they've been fond of, or, in truth be told, I've noticed this a lot lately, they're technically in love with somebody who they never let go of, they just can't be with because that particular person is just so toxic for them. So that person still has their heart, but they don't want to be single. They don't want to be without somebody. They, too, want to be cuddled at night or held in the colds of the winter. So they give this particular person a chance. Now, initially, if you ask them would they date this person or if they met this individual without knowing anything about what their status is, 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you right away they don't see themselves dating that person. They couldn't go with that person. That person has no purpose for them. But the minute they find out about this person's financial stability, the kind of job they have, they see the kind of car they drive, these people are kind of very materialistic. The sad part is it's a lot of women in this world that is this type of person. I don't know what happened somewhere during 2005 up until now, but women have gotten very materialistic, very materialistic. It could have been from the mindset they're starting to think like a man, which is something we here at Tone Deaf Radio are completely against. Hell, men and women are completely against that type of thought process here at Tone Deaf Radio. So it's just not us guys being bitter. But no, we are definitely against that kind of thought process in regards to it. But at the same time, they have minimum skills as well, too. Yes, don't get me wrong. They can hustle their ass off. They can find a way to make a quick dollar. The thing about it is they're only in love with money. So they'll never be in love with you. But they will be in love with you enough to get your money. If you keep them laced and laid in whatever they love and they like, if you make sure their bank account is always going to be in the positive and they have a place to rest their head, they will play the fuck out that role. They won't stress you out. They won't give you headaches. This is the trickery that men tend to fall into when they're dealing with these kind of chicks that they're saving. Because you feel like the last relationship I had all this stress and strain. There was a lot of nagging. There was a lot of making me be a better person without realizing that. But you don't want to deal with that all over again. You want somebody who's going to be content with where I am, fuck me good, and do whatever I want to do without any stress or strain. And if they can look bad on my arm, it's a plus. This is why you see in so many Instagram models winning right now, because that's basically all they provide is arm candy, hustle, and minimum headaches. Men are sitting down and wifing these women left and right. Sex talks, skills, what they do in the bedroom supersedes over anything in the future. And don't get me wrong, these women will definitely help you guys make money, but at the back end, they're making themselves more money. As they see that your funds are starting to dwindle, or you're no longer becoming attractive to them, or even to the point where they're just tired of fucking you. These are the type of women that will probably cheat on you repeatedly because they don't want to let go of a source of income.
Exactly.
But they're not going to deal with you. They already have somebody on the side. As a matter of fact, that nigga in the toxic relationship somehow miraculously popped back up, and they're fucking with dude again. The crazy part is you'll never know he's around. Their girlfriends in some cases are the cover-up. The so-called girlfriend is the guy. Okay?
Or in some cases,
we're in love with the fact. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. And also, or in some cases, man, you don't even realize you'll never really find out exactly what she's doing on the side because you supplied her with so many alibis not even knowing. You make sure her bank account is good. You make sure she keep a whip. You make sure that she always got clothes. So therefore, she already got 3 alibis. She already got alibis right there before her girlfriend, longtime friend, is going to cover for her because she got the money to go get that hotel on the other side of town. And you know her girlfriend live over there. She got the car to get there that she ain't got to borrow yours or whatever. And she got the gear to stay fresh. So you supply these alibis secretly without even knowing because you made her so comfortable to where she don't want for nothing or got to lift a finger to do much. All she got to do is pick up the phone and call you, and you supplying it because you think you're making her happy, and she already got the alibis to cheat on you, and you never know, and have about 3 guys on the side because you got her living straight.
These are all big facts, unfortunately. So what I'm saying, guys, is do your research when you're talking to these women these days. Don't always let how they look on your eyes be the judge. Sometimes actually wait a while before you actually pursue them heavily. Get their phone number, have small talk conversation, ask them things such as in their career goals, where they see themselves in 5 years. If for some odd reason the conversation of money comes up often, if something that they always do seems to go back to how they look, or if every issue they've ever had has always been a man's fault in regards to their situation, that's probably a situation you want to stay away from. Because if a woman can't own up to where she has dropped the ball or where she has made mistakes at, she probably never will. She's probably a headache. Also, guys, and I know we said this on the show before, stay away from crazy chicks. Because a lot of times these crazy chicks are crazy on purpose. Somewhere down the line, guys with money kind of said they like drama in their life. They want to deal with crazy chicks because dealing with the submissive, money-hungry, gold-digging chicks kind of gets boring after a while. They don't want to deal with it anymore. They want a little conflict. They want a little confrontation. So chicks are starting to act crazy and they'll be nowhere near crazy. I've never seen so many women so-called be diagnosed with bipolarism but don't have a single piece of paper to prove it. Okay? Y'all ain't bipolar. Y'all just fucking stupid. But y'all want to play these roles. Y'all want to be these types of women. Don't go for it. I'm not saying sit here and work and bust your ass with Susie Homemaker, because let's be honest, Susie Homemaker going to bore the fuck out you and you're going to cheat with the crazy chick anyway. But what I'm saying is reevaluate what you want to date. Just like we sit here and tell women they need to change their narrative about what they date, you may need to do the same thing too. Some of you guys need to stop looking based on what pleases your dick and more so look for what pleases your financial status. I'm not sitting here saying be another big kid, but think about it. If everything she wants to do revolves with you spending money, that might not be the chick for you. If the whole concept of physical PDA is an issue, meaning that she don't like to hold hands, or she don't want you kissing on her, or you have to pretend in so many words that when y'all out, y'all want to go sit in the booth that are nowhere near the window, double check the chick you with.
That's right.
She always gives you an excuse about some negativity about her ex-boyfriend being crazy and dude still comes around and so much. Don't deal with her. Also, look at the jobs that she works. There's a point in time when some people have to work certain jobs. That's the only jobs they get. But if it looks like her intellectual level is nowhere near the same level as yours, let's be honest, guys, don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time.
Once you get tired of fucking her, and believe me, you will. It might be right away. It might be years down the road, but you will honestly get tired of fucking her. You have no purpose. And I don't
matter how bad she is. I don't care.
Right. I don't want you guys proposing to a woman based on her looks. If your boys look like they want to tell you something, but they never do, probably not the chick for you. Because I guarantee you at least one of your boys got something that they can tell you about that girl, but out of respect. They just don't want to say nothing because they don't want you thinking you a hater. Sometimes come to your boys and ask them, like, hey, bro, I'm dealing with this chick right here. I kind of feel like y'all know anything about before I start getting serious? You got your boys for a reason. Utilize them. Ask them.
Please do.
Like, I say, don't get me wrong, dog. I don't care what you heard, what you said. Like, it was funny because with my crew, when we used to kick it, and we was out here picking up chicks in the clubs and doing all kinds of things, honestly, we would literally ask them, hey, which one you niggas smash that? Y'all ain't smash that?
Oh, hell yeah.
No,
that was definitely a question.
Cool. But if now we live in a world where they don't even care. They
don't
want
even
to pass
care.
the chick to the homies. Some homies want to smash a chick because the homie smashed the chick already.
Right.
They don't care. They cross lines now for no reason. Like, and they think it's a badge of honor. It's like an achievement on Xbox. Smash homie's girl. Achievement unlocked. Before y'all do this, it's one thing to look at chicks. It's one thing to look at you guys, girls, because she's fine. Like, damn, she's fine, bro. She's fine. But another thing that as soon as dog go in the kitchen, you go get a cup of water, you shooting your shot. Like,
right.
That's not cool.
That's because a lot of them don't go. A lot of them don't follow the code no more. You know what I'm saying? There's no code. Like when we was coming up, we had codes, certain codes that we went by. For one, I'm not gonna holler at none of my man's exes. If she tried to holler, that's a no-go or whatever. If y'all was smashing on the regular and that was your regular, like, I'm not gonna try to smash after you or whatever. That wasn't just a fling. That was really a shorty. We had certain codes, and these young dudes don't have no code. They have no ethics. They just don't. It's a different game. It's a different mindset. They just don't care. And another point to add on to the list that you said, if you're having a conversation with a female and the conversation is constantly going back to her pussy, you might want to rethink wifing her.
That's a red flag, period.
That's a red flag. If constantly, you can't just have a conversation with her about politics, you know what I'm saying, about the world, about day-to-day life stuff. If it constantly going back, like the conversation start off, but it's constantly going back to her pussy, you might want to rethink wifing her, or really, is it something really serious there? Because that's obviously that's obviously either the only thing she can offer, or that's how she feels, like she give herself up to you, and that, you know, that's what you want. That's the most important thing. Oh, that's what he wants. I'm gonna give it to him. That's not the right mindset you should be looking for in a queen. So, you know, it might be exciting to you at the beginning, like, oh yeah, yo, damn, she feeling me that bad, yo, she want me to smash, she want me this and that. Okay, but look at it further than that. Let's look at it much further than just, okay, she's feeling you, she attracts you, she wants you to smash. She keep constantly bringing up her shit. And y'all talking about Obama. It's like, what the hell Obama got to do with your shit? Like, why is that coming up right now? That's a, you know, like, yeah. Got to look further.
My biggest red flag in regards to that is whenever you are deciding to have that conversation about sex, and her answer is always, this pussy is grade A, or this pussy is bomb, or this pussy makes niggas crazy. If the answer always goes back to how fire this pussy is, that's probably trash. That pussy is probably not as good as she thinks it is. Because, like I said on the episode before, I don't even remember who show, I think it was on Undress when I said it. Who in the hell told you that your pussy is bomb? You can't fuck yourself like a man fucks you. Therefore, you can never get a 100% answer of the grading system that your pussy really sits on. Exactly. Therefore, you have to go based on what another man told you. And, of course, any man will sit here and say the most trash is a pussy is bomb, it's fire, it's grade A, just so they know they can hit it again. Even if they came too quick, they're going to tell you, oh, that's some good pussy right there, because they want to go back in it. If they sat there and they fucked you for a while, they're going to say this pussy is bomb and could be bored out their mind. Never think that your pussy is the best. Because just as much as this guy can fuck you, there are about 1 million other women that he can fuck as well, too. So, yes, your pussy is not grade A. I can tell you that right now. I will tell every woman. But if you come to me as this is your response, oh, this pussy is bomb, this pussy is hot, this pussy so good I should make niggas pay for it. 9 times out of 10, she's a hoe. Because you should never want to think of your pussy on that level. You should never want to offer your pussy as a sacrificial lamb to get into a relationship with you. Your pussy should not even be on the table. Your pussy is something you should be keeping to yourself and make him wonder how it is.
That's right.
Okay?
And Number if she keep bringing it up like that could. I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to say, or she bring it up so much like that, she could be bringing it up like that. That pussy really could be fire, and you might not want to fuck her because you pull out, and your fucking dick could be on you know what I'm saying?
On
might be
floor.
kissing. It might be on the floor. You pull out. And
that pussy is more trash than Zach Morris. I'm just saying. That is trash.
Hell no.
Oh shit! You ain't never.
Seriously.
Word.
That's like, maybe it's because I'm older now. I'm settled in with what I'm settled in, so I
agree.
I like things a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But if all you can bring to the table is what that mouth do, what that box do, I don't want you. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be, then these women wonder why, like, after they have sex with you, they don't want to talk to you no more. It has nothing to do with all they wanted was the pussy. What it becomes is all you had to offer was the pussy. Okay? That's a completely different reason to be around. So if we talk to you, you don't offer any mental stimulation. We sit here and we go out and we do stuff, and you don't like to have fun. Sometimes some people don't like weed heads. Some people don't like chicks who don't know how to hold their liquor. Some guys don't want to deal with that for a long-term situation. So they've wasted their time already with you. They've already put their effort into it with you. So then they be like, okay, I'm just going to fuck her because, see, maybe the box is cracked. Maybe I can, the box is bomb. Maybe I can keep her around for sexual purposes only. And then what happens is you hyped your shit up so much that this is grade A pussy. This pussy is fire. Like, nobody can handle this pussy. And you sleep with her, and you like really? I could have had a V8.
Like what?
You know,
like that's what that shit is about.
I could have stayed home and binge watched Netflix instead of dealing with this mess.
Man, you know, I could have fucked the pocket pussy for that shit.
Try.
I was just saying, like, shit. If your shit like that, and I get your shit trash, I'm like, the fuck out, man. You didn't waste my fucking time.
I understand where you coming from with that particular statement, but I personally could not do that. Okay, I get no stimulation out of it. See, me, I'm an emotional fucker. What that means is I have to have some kind of emotional connection to you. I got to like you. I got to be into you. You stimulate me. Your satisfaction is my satisfaction. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm like that too. So I agree with that.
If I ever get to the point where all I'm doing is fucking just to get this nut off, it's not gonna last because I'm not here to please you.
That's never gonna last.
I'm not here to get you where you want to. So I'm gonna get what I want. I'm gonna get done. I'm gonna keep talking to you like friends for a while. Then I'm gonna fall the fuck off. Now you can go and tell your girlfriends that I ain't shit. I'm garbage. I'm bogus. You can say whatever you want. But when I talk to you again, after you've done all that, I'm going to tell you about yourself. Look, this is the reason why I disappeared. No matter what, I could not get a connection with you. I could not get into you. You did not make me want to be with you. Therefore, after we did that, I seen no other reason to deal with you. I tried.
Especially when that's all you promoted. If that's all you promoted and you promoted your shit, this and that, even if I had the mind frame of seeing how far it could go, every time we talk about regular shit, we hanging out, you always converting back to your pussy. So if you promoted that like crazy, it's like, all right, once I got that, do I really want to see what else is after this? Because every time we tried, she just kept talking about fucking. Exactly.
But have niggas told them that they pussy so good that they think it is? I'm just wondering.
You missed what I said earlier.
Yeah, I missed it. Right.
What I said earlier was, at the end of the day, any chick who believes that they have this bomb-ass pussy got it because a guy told them that. Because there is no way that they could ever, one, get the feeling of sex from a man's point of view. Even if they have a dyke with a strap on, that dyke still cannot tell you what it feels like from a male's point of view. So
exactly.
But they do, though.
Nah, that's not possible. That's a mental thing. That's a mental thing.
That's the bullshit.
That's a mental thing. That's mental.
Okay, continue.
So
I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, no woman could ever truly grade their pussy based on other women unless a male tells them why. Okay? So unless they really want to get seriously scientific and one dude sleeps with 5 different girls throughout the week, there is no other way that they would be able to answer those questions properly.
I agree.
Okay?
Yeah.
So they have to hear it from a man. And let's be honest, based on the relationship situation, whether it's an emotional connection, they've been pursuing this woman for a long period of time, that woman has nothing else to offer, they will tell them whatever they need to hear to make this happen. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the only way they will ever get to this point. And without telling them that, this is how they get this thought process. Now, also, this comes from the loose women, the women of the night. They also base this decision on how many clients they get in so many words, how many customers, how many people come to see them. But then at the same time, that has nothing to do with what they offer. It could be how they look at it. It could be the situation. It could be the time frame. It can be based on everything but, okay? But the truth.
The truth.
And that's how these women start to feel. This is how these women believe that this is the situation. So, yeah, we are to blame for this whole entire era of women thinking that they have grade A's.
They got good-ass pussy. Yep.
But it's not always the case.
Really
so
isn't.
I honestly feel like if a woman ever says that, I don't believe it because who graded you?
Exactly. Exactly.
So maybe,
because you got a lot of thirsty motherfuckers that's just happy to get up in the pussy. So a motherfucker, God, baby, your shit is great. Your shit is great. And a motherfucker like us would get in and be like, man, this shit is trash. The fuck, like
average.
Yeah, you bet, man.
This is the laziest. This is the laziest I've ever had. Like,
right.
The D plus at best.
Right.
D
like
plus
so, like
you
ever been up in some pussy sometime and you wanna come fast? You like, there, come on, man, just come. I want to get out this shit. Like this shit is, and your shit, you be in that shit for a minute. And your shit don't come, and it be the time when you giving her the good dick and you want to give her the lazy dick. You like, man, I wish I would just fucking come because this shit is trash. Like, what the fuck?
Man, I've had it where I actually just got up and put my pants on and left, dog. I'm good.
Oh, shit.
I'm good.
Man.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. But yo, now that we got Gator back, before we get Gator's view or whatever, we glad we got him back. Let's go to a music break, and then we'll come back with Gator's view on the topic. Let's take him out with let's go to Profile, Tone. That sounds like the perfect one to go to right now.
Tell me, why did you do this to me? After we made plans for a family, and you swear you would bear my child. All the while you were out running wild, with your friends spinning all my ends. And I caught you screaming, ooh, I'm with him. I think it's time I let you know you can go, that's the door. You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cars, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cars, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. You're nothing but 7 years I've lived this life. When inside you made me cry. Through it all, I still remain. Till you messed up and called me his name. Please don't explain. You go your way and I'll maintain. Don't worry, the kids are okay. Just remember you made it in a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. That I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. Yeah. the tears, and the dark. I want it all. You never think, but look at you now. Cut you down and down, down and down. Keep you strong, keep you strong. You never miss your way. You never think, but life, a cheer, a deceiver, heartbreakers, and I want that you there in my life. So I'm taking the time, the call, the tears, and the dog. I want it all. You never think, but a liar, a cheer, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I want that you there in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cross, the tears, and the dog. I want it all. You never think, but a liar, a cheer, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I want that you there in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cross, the tears, and the dog. I want it all. You never think, but a liar, a cheer, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cross, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. I want it all.
God damn.
Unmuted.
I digged in the crates this week, fellas.
Gotta be bad when the nigga take the dog and the kids.
Oh.
Sometimes you got to, though, man. I mean, first of all, you love your dog like you love your kids. So you're not going to leave your dog with her. You're not going to leave your dog at her house.
Fuck that. You can't have Rusty. The hell?
Nope.
For real. Because you know what? Rusty was there during the hard time. Rusty seen her cheating ways.
That's
Rusty
right.
was trying to tell her
He don't like
to get him out the house. he probably did.
I just figured out why he be growling at her all the time. Like, what the fuck? Oh, my bad. I ain't catching on.
Quick, no. Story time with Tom.
Okay.
So when I used to work at my Samsung job, there was this chick who was dating one of my coworkers. Now she worked at one of the other stores, so she would come around sometimes. Of course, when we had our little meetings together, you'll see a little something here and there. But at the end of the day, you know, they hooked up often. Okay. So we were cool because we were on the same job level. So we always talked about stuff and whatnot. So one day we were talking and she was like, yeah, my boyfriend got a dog and the dog just keep growling at me. Like, this dog don't like me. He be up under me, but anytime I reach to pet him, he bite me. And I'm sitting here like, okay, did you do anything to the dog? Did you not feed the dog? It's like, no, I love this dog with all my heart. I love this dog like he's one of my children. I was like, and I wanted to say, you know he wants you dead, right?
Right.
Yeah, she was taking too much time.
Exactly, that's what it was.
Like,
yeah,
I've seen situations where you sit close to the woman. They say the dog is more preferable to the woman than the dude. And he put his hand on her lap, and the dog just started growling. As soon as he moved his hand, he'll chill.
Tough, man. Nah, it was just funny because I didn't want to say, like, I didn't think about it until we just said it now. The dog was probably smelling the dude on you, and he didn't like that dude around you. And because their noses are so much above and beyond what a normal human nose is, like, we don't pay attention, we don't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, our girl can go in the shower and she can take a shower, and we don't think twice of it because she's a woman. They like super steaming hot showers that can peel skin off. And, we don't think twice of it, knowing that she probably just got done doing some of the nasties of the nasties, and we don't think twice of it. But that dog knows.
That dog knows.
Still smells that dog still smells that Old Spice.
That's right.
He said that Old
That's right.
Still smell that Old Spice on you.
That dog like, get the hell out of here,
Andy,
you trifling ass.
Andy don't wear Old Spice. Andy wears Brute. So I know that is not my owner smell on you.
Like, get the hell. Right? So, as a matter of fact, the other guy that come here to see my owner wear Old Spice. Next time he come here, I'm gonna
dogs be done figured it out long before we did. That's why we were so quick to call the dog a dumb dog. Like, get that dumb dog out of here, because he knows. That dog ain't dumb. That dog knows.
He knows he on your shit. And bet when your ass not around, she probably talking to the dog. You know what? You gonna stay away from me. I don't like your ass anyway. Talking like that. Who you think you is, barking at me in front of him?
That's real, though.
That's why women like pocket dogs. Dogs you can put in the purse. Dogs you can take places because they're going to choose you over her. You're right. They easy to please, and you can just, pretty them up and take their dignity from them. So they ain't going to say nothing. But you get a real dog, a big dog, nah, they ain't going to have that. They ain't going to play like that.
It's like you messing with the kingdom? Get the fuck out of here.
There you go, man. If you get to a woman and you don't know whether or not you can trust her, buy a dog and see how that dog acts around her.
A big dog, not the pocket dogs.
No, not something you can put in the purse. It ain't even got to be big, dog. Just get you an average-sized dog that won't tear your house up or take over the whole bed if he sleeps in there. Just get you a nice-sized dog and see how that dog behaves. If that dog don't ever want to come around her or growls or just, just want to hang in the man cave with you all the time, don't trust your woman.
Don't trust
that dog is telling you the truth.
Don't trust her.
That dog is man. The dog is man's best friend for a reason.
That's right. For a reason.
I'm not talking about the colonizer reason, but just in real life. They look out for the men.
They look
the colonizer reason is a completely different story.
Yeah, that's another topic. Topic.
But okay, so
now that we got Gator back.
Before we dive back into the topic, I want to dive in and do our quick question of the day.
Let's do it.
The other day, I'm trying to actually find my save part because I actually had to save this on Facebook just to make sure what I read was real. All right, so
okay.
So, in the line of a previous episode on the breakdown, we talked about step parents. We really dove in deep about living the life of a step parent, being a step parent, and especially both you guys being step parents in one shape or form throughout your lives. A young lady posted a post in one of the groups I'm a part of where the statement was, can a stepfather hit your children? Now, she said, hell no. Okay? And I got that. I understand some women are definitely against the stepfather whooping the child. But as I looked throughout the whole entire post, a lot of people was like, depends on the situation. Some women, and I have to specifically even say women, said yes. If the man is willing to take you and your kids and create a relationship with you, that they felt it was okay for him to discipline the children, especially if the other father is not in the picture at all. Also, they were okay with it in regards to if there was a level of disrespect presented in regards to it, and if the situation warranted a whooping. Now, her whole issue was she don't want no man putting their hands on her kids because they will be doing it for malicious reason. Now, the response that a lot of people got was, well, why are you marrying a man if you feel he's going to be malicious to your kids? Exactly. Why are you accepting his proposal if you feel like this man is going to purposely do harm to your kids, especially if you two don't have any kids at all just yet? So a lot of people kept saying to her, in regards to why are you being with somebody if you don't trust the fact like they're going to be disciplined. Then her response was, men have changed. Back in the days, it was okay when men acted like real men. Then the response was, then why would you marry him? And her response is, I married him because I love him. Now, touching my children is revolt to a beatdown. So, as two men who have already been married to women and children were there before the marriage even began, how did you handle these situations when you were put in them?
Okay. All right, well, Gator, you go first, being that you're joining us back, brother.
So you asking from a step-parent's point of view.
Facts.
When I had to discipline the kid. Okay, well,
correct.
On my end, it was a little different because a couple of the kids' parents weren't in their life at all. Like, their dad wasn't there, period. And so for a long time, all they knew was me. The youngest two didn't really know their dad. The older ones were a little different because they felt like what you just said. Ain't nobody supposed to be touching me. I'm grown, or I'm in the age that I could tell my dad that you gave me a whooping. Until they started seeing the fact that the stuff that I was doing for them was of such a purpose and such a need that they didn't have a problem with me disciplining them, honestly. But that took a minute. It took a good little minute. But you have to get to know the kids and spend time with them. And it's a lot of people out here that ain't doing that don't want to have nothing to do with these kids nowadays. So, and even on my end now, I guess there'll be a disciplinary in the house now that I'm not there. I don't have a problem with it as long as they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And like you said earlier, somebody said there are people that's out there that do, try to harm the kids or whatever that case may be. If that mother is allowing that to go on, something wrong with her, dude.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I mean, I feel definitely it does have to grow to that. That's not something that just automatically, you automatically jump into. That's something that I had to grow to, with my boys. So the kids do have to fill you out. They do have to see that you are there for them, before that even is anything in play of you disciplining them or, definitely like giving them a beating or something like that. So the kids itself first have to be comfortable with you, and then you and that mother have to grow to that level. That's not something you come in and do the first couple of weeks or even the first couple of months, for that matter. It has to grow there. It has to grow there. So by the time I got there or whatever, it was already comfortable in a whole. We was already a family, comfortable in a whole. Me and their mother and me and the boys, it was already comfortable in a whole. So when it got there, it wasn't something that just drastically happened. That happened in time. And, then you still coming into that situation, you still handle that accordingly. That's not the first thing that you go to. You know what I'm saying? That's not the first. You don't just go to a whooping. It's levels to it or whatever, And then also, me, I also had that conversation with their father. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him had, before it even got there to that level, I had that conversation with their father. Me and him spoke. By that time, we already built our own relationship, and I had that conversation, and I expressed to him, he expressed to me how he felt and under his terms, and I expressed to him how I felt and how I would handle it or whatever. So therefore, that wasn't a situation that would even happen or whatever. And I respected, you know what I'm saying, how he felt as well as he respected how I felt. So that's something that needs to happen as well. And we took that step. So when I was in that situation where I had to discipline them, it was already all the way around the table understood, and then, you move forward from there. So, the mother definitely, didn't feel that it was no malicious thing or anything like that. If you have that feeling or you think that, like Gator said, you shouldn't even be in that situation. You need to remove yourself from that relationship. See, that goes to where you're putting that other person before you and your kids. You don't. That other person is coming into your situation, not the other way around. So you should never feel that person would handle your children in a malicious way. So if that thought is even entering your head, you need to get up out that situation, because that's not gonna go in the right direction. So, like I said, when it happened to me and I was in that situation, we had already took all of those necessary, stages to where it was already understood, and we move forward from there, and that's how I handled it.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, after further review, the reason why she was so adamant against the whooping part was she's one of those parents who don't believe in whoopings. Now, I don't know if, growing up, she lived in a household where whoopings was the first thing that they did, and that was all they did. But she says she doesn't really believe in physical. She believes in taking stuff, punishments, times out, sending into other rooms, stuff like that. So that's why she was against it. I guess where her thing was she didn't explain it well enough, that she didn't want to basically marry a man and then find out from that man that this is his choice of discipline. So in so many words, what it boils down to, listeners, is when you get into a relationship, especially being the fact that it's to the point right now, you're not going to find anybody who doesn't already have kids in one shape or form. I mean, you're going to find some, but you'll find more with kids now, starting at the age of even 20 these days, without kids, that the conversation of discipline is something that you do have to speak on early in your relationship. I know a lot of people don't want to bring up their kids early in their relationship, or don't even bring their kids around this other person early in their relationship. But that is something that you got to start talking about a lot sooner. And asking that person their style of discipline is also something that you kind of have to talk about. I honestly even say before you even think about marrying somebody. Because these are things that you have to deal with. Unless you got kids that are already damn near grown. So in about 4 years, they'll all be out the house. So it's not a problem anyway. But it's still something that you have to ask. You have to be concerned with. Have to take in consideration. I grew up in a household where the option of whoopings was usually first. Currently, right now, the option of whoopings are usually last resorts. My girls love their materialistical items because, let's be honest, we live in a world where a tablet can do everything. So taking a tablet is literally taking their life. So, and I'm not being funny. I mean, like, you can run a business, you can watch TV, you can go to school, not just only play games. So parents, don't think that your kids only play games on their tablet, or don't just buy a tablet for just playing games. Make that tablet become something much more than that.
And if they got a phone, it's way more.
Well, let's be honest.
Because that's like their lifeline.
Right. So I guess that we live in a world where you don't really have to go to the route of always whooping the kids, so I can understand why she might think that. Because if you have a lot of items, taking them out. Like if I cleaned out my daughter's rooms right now and told them all they could do was go in an empty room, they're creative enough that they'll entertain themselves, but not having that stuff would probably ruin their lives.
Oh, yeah. So you know that.
I definitely get it. But it just dawned on me because her answers was, I'm going to marry him because I love him, but he can't touch my kids. But my thought was, but what if your kids are pushing the envelope? They're playing both sides of the coin. Like, your mom says don't do this, and while she's here, you don't do it. But the minute you leave, you purposely go do it. You purposely be rude and disrespectful to me because I am not going to do nothing because I can't do nothing. And I always felt like that's not good.
Yeah, but
not be on the same page.
That's a conversation that should be had before even, I would say even before meeting the kids. Like, this is a conversation you should have because I personally had it. Like, I've had that conversation to where what if this happens? What if this goes down? Kind of like throwing scenarios out there. And then you have to give her feedback. And if you don't like her feedback, you should leave her alone. I'm just saying. That's just
that is it.
Hey.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Me personally, I feel like there should be a group conversation had that you, her, and the kids, and between the three of y'all, have that conversation.
Well, yeah, later on.
Of course, you and her need to talk first. No,
but that's what I'm saying.
Relationships.
Yeah,
still have that conversation. Have that conversation about where you two stand, not the discipline part, but just where the two of you stand. Like, okay, I really feel your mom. I'm really into your mom. I see that I want to work towards having a long life with your mom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How would you?
Definitely.
You know, and be respectful to the kids. Even ask them, how do you feel about me and your mom being together? Like, ask these questions. Let the kids get out what they need to get out. Because a lot of times, that's how you build the respect right away. That you don't have these tested issues. Yeah. And then be like, oh, snap, he came to me and he cared?
Yeah.
And then they might come out, well, I don't want you dating my mom because it's always been me and my mom all my life. Because these are things you're going to get from boys, especially. It's always been me and my mom all my life. Just because you here don't mean that you're the man of the house now. You don't get to come in here and you don't get to run things. Let him speak freely. Let him speak what's on his mind. I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from, young man. And I get it. It's always been you and your mom. But here's the thing. Your mom is a grown woman. What will happen when you get a girlfriend? What will happen when you get to that point in time when you want to go spend time with somebody else and you want to go live your life and you want to go do things that you want to do? What about your mom? Is she not allowed to do the same thing? Like, have this conversation. Make them think.
This is definitely needed.
About
and be like,
how things are had.
Old anyway.
Them, you know, I'm not talking about that.
Talking about the teenagers. They're just older.
Let me quit, man. I'm just like, I had to throw a laugh in there now.
That little nigga Chuck E. Cheese and he'll love you for life. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
All you gotta do is take that. Let that nigga rock climb at Dave and Buster's and he'll be content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, ooh, new daddy is dope. You know? But if the kid is, to me, the way I look at it, if the kid is under 10, y'all have that conversation while out having fun. Let them know that when it was just you and your mom, there was things you couldn't do because your mom had to take care of both of y'all. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. It depends on the kid, too. Because I've had some conversations, and he was 7 at the time, and talking to this dude was like talking to an adult. No lie. I put that on everything like I love. And I'll be sitting there, and he'll say something that would completely throw me off, and I'll be like, do you even know what that word means? Yeah, it means such.
They do.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Where did you hear this?
Some youngsters are like that. Some young kids are definitely like that.
With dude, it was like every time we had a conversation, I was talking to another man, real talk. And it was like, even with the ones that was older than him. Man, yeah. I'll be sitting there scared because he might say something to me that I don't know the answer to. And I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna have to get back to you, bro. I don't know where you heard about that from, but I'm gonna look it up and I'll be back.
Some kids are like that, but it's definitely true. It's definitely needed to have those conversations with those kids. You can't you can't just throw yourself in a situation, especially when it's a situation where, them kids was there before you. I mean, they got an opinion too. A lot of times, a lot of people tend to overlook the child, but I look at kids as little adults. You know what I'm saying? They are little adults, man. They growing, and you have to take how they feel. You know what I'm saying? In mind too, especially you dealing with their moms or you dealing with their pops or whatever. Like, you need to really get their view on things too, because a lot of times that will eliminate a lot of situations that can come later on in the relationship or whatever if you have that conversation early.
And they appreciate that too.
They do,
because they
really
feel like they're part of the decision. That it's up to them, because sometimes they don't get that.
Right.
And so you have to think about the kids in the situation. I mean,
you got to.
Especially if you're going at that way to be with their mom.
Exactly.
I don't even want to talk about dude, but god damn. Every time I think about that situation, it just ticks me off. Like, how can you be in a relationship with the mom and don't want to have nothing to do with the kids? Like, you knew he had kids. She had kids when you first got with her.
Exactly. Exactly. You gotta have that situation. It makes your relationship, and it makes the situation even that much more better. You know what I'm saying? Even, let's say, if the relationship doesn't work, for the long haul, or, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't go where y'all want it to go, you will still be able to have that good relationship, you know what I'm saying, with the kids. If you're still in contact, you know what I'm saying, with the mother, y'all still remain friends, that relationship that you build will still be good with the kids, because it shows the kids that, okay, well, this wasn't a bad guy. Him and mommy didn't work for whatever reason, but he was actually good, you know what I'm saying? So, and it sets that bar. The same way kids are influenced by their parents, kids are also influenced by people that come into their parents' lives for whatever, you know what I'm saying, reason that may be. So why not leave a good impression as opposed to just another name or just a face? Like, oh, yeah, I remember Rob. Yeah, wasn't that the tall, light-skinned guy or whatever, as opposed to, leaving a good impression on that child. So it's not always just the parents that help and shape a child's mind. It's the people that come into them parents' lives as well.
Facts. So, like I said before, which we probably going to do in the future, I don't know how I want to do this, but we definitely need to do a show where we let people know there's a difference between a male role model and a male influence. And
Facts.
you can be a male influence and don't have to be in that kid's life like that. And I think more men need to understand that. And also, to go ahead and round out this question so we can get back on topic real quick, because we only got about 30 minutes left in the show. Men, don't use what we just talked about today as a platform to just get in that woman's drawers. This is something that you do when you already have dubbed that this is the one that you want to settle down with. Don't do this when you know you're not a faithful dude. Don't do this when you're just trying to find out what that mouth do. Don't do this just because you want to get over a hurdle that a woman you've been trying to get with for the past few years is putting up. Okay, she finally gave you a chance. Don't do this. What ends up happening is you do two things that you'll never recover from. One, if this particular relationship doesn't work out and it's 100% your fault that this relationship doesn't work out, you have damaged a woman. You have completely damaged a woman. You have destroyed trust. You have destroyed everything in regards to the situation. And number two, that kid will never look at men the same. If it's a little girl, she will never trust men. She will be so damaged in relationships and her thought about relationships that you may have, and I'm not being funny, you may have just turned her gay and don't even realize it. With boys, you've just proven that all men are dogs, so whatever way a guy treats a girl, this is normal. Men do this. So you gonna turn around and make him turn into the same dog ass nigga that you been, and you might have just been going through a phase at that time. That might not even be who the real you is. You may have just gotten out of a great relationship, and you're not ready to settle down, so you just getting what you can to get your hurt off your chest. But you're not realizing you affected that kid. So now you've created a whole nother group of young men who are just savages, period. Okay? So be careful in regards to when you do that. All right. With that being said, we're going to take a quick song break, and we're going to go ahead and dive back in this topic to go ahead and close out tonight's episode, because we definitely got to get back to Gator's point on what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
So we'll be right back, people.
Man Cave.
We gotta talk. Okay. Yo, you just say you're gonna be able to make tonight. Man, I need somewhere to start. Yo, I want you to try to understand something, okay? Now just listen.
In the beginning, you know I tried to make it work, but you and I seemed like I was always by myself, like you didn't ever wanted help. The strain you put on me, you let me down. Can you tell me why, after all I've done for you? And no, I really hate to say it, but I gotta tell you something. I think I better leave you alone. So get your bag and get the hell on. See, because I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. I think you better leave me alone. So get your bag, get the hell on. Because love ain't here no more. I don't know if it hurts to hear me say all of these words, but then again, I guess by now I really don't care. Oh, always thought it could work, thought it could be forever you and me. Tell me what happened to us. Wait a minute, don't see. Right now all I wanna do is see you leaving me alone. Get your bag, get the hell on, 'cause I don't want you no more. Said I think it's time to leave you alone. Get your bag, get the hell on, 'cause love ain't here no more. Tried to do it right, tried to make you see the line. All that I wanted, all that I needed, you in my life. Had been crossed down at the world, tricked so many times, forgot who the real me was. But it's alright, I said it's cool, 'cause I'm getting rid of you. Get your bag, it's the song, because love don't want
better leave me alone. Get the hell on and get gone to the cave. We don't want you no more. Tell them fellas in the cave, come on. Leave.
Did we really
leave
want
us
them to
alone.
begin with, though?
Not really. Only some of them.
I mean,
some of them we did want.
Let's be honest. Did we really want them to begin with? I mean, yes, we was mesmerized by that booty. Because let's be honest.
By the booty.
The booty is definitely mesmerizing. But at the end of the day, we probably really didn't want them in long-term relationships anyway. Because they don't believe in whooping the kids. And that was a deal breaker. That was a deal breaker.
That was a deal breaker. You ain't gonna beat him.
I'm not gonna deal with little badass Ray Ray.
No, not at all.
Let him run around free.
That's right.
So no, that's not. No, I can't stay. I'm out.
We ain't gonna do it.
I'm out.
Not gonna
Jacob,
do it.
What are
not
you
gonna
talking
do
about?
It. Yeah. What you talking about, Gator?
Excuse me?
What you talking about?
You posted in the group. Y'all see this, but you didn't put
I
nothing there for us to see.
I was trying to leave a message.
You are terrible.
But y'all ain't paying attention, so.
Nah, we ain't, man. You gotta fill us in. See, you gotta.
Right. You
post it, man. You gotta be blunt with it, man. Come on, stop with the filter. No filter, man. Tell us what it is.
Stop talking that.
You will hear all kind of sounds like you're hearing right now because motherfuckers don't give a care.
Okay, first and foremost,
I
clearly told y'all at the top of the hour I have kids in the vicinity. Me and Juan has yet to do an episode of Death Fresh Show where a kid is not somewhere in the background. So,
these ain't kids. These are adults.
They grown
even
people.
better, they might be able to chime in the conversation.
Right. Ask them how they feel.
Right.
Well,
Me and Juan have done that plenty times.
That's right. How you feel about that? Get their input. They might be, a future, repeated guest. You never know.
Fact.
Never know.
Anyway,
since now we got Gator back, right? Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, go ahead. You literally are doing what I was getting ready to do.
I know, right? Well, since we got Mr. Gator back, let's finally get his opinion on, the topic of the day. So, Gator, how do you feel as far? Well, matter of fact, excuse me. We touched on how you felt at the beginning of the show. What is your definition? Your definition of saving her?
Saving her.
Saving her. What's your definition?
Trying to be the one to correct everything that went wrong.
That is definitely nice guy talk.
I'm just saying, like, I don't. Everybody always say that I do that, so I don't know. I don't know what the real definition is. Trying to help them out, I don't know.
I think you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think you kind of was on to something with your first response, trying to help everything that's going on. Like, as much as we want to, as men, that's part of who we are. Trying to fix things, trying to be that Superman, trying to make sure she's good in every way. As much as a man, a king, has that in him, realistically, you cannot save everything or fix everything. Still, you can't fix everything that's going on in another person's life. For one, some of that stuff was there before you even met that person.
Big fact.
Some of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff was stuff that they going through their childhood, deep-rooted shit.
Definitely big fact.
Stuff that they may not even mentally have grasp on understanding where some of these issues with themselves is coming from. Everybody has, right. Everybody has individual stuff. Everybody's an individual. Before you even get into a relationship, you're an individual. So if you yourself is not happy with the things in yourself, it's damn near impossible to be happy in a relationship where you gotta consider another person and their feelings and what they going through. So to bring you into the equation, to have you try to save them from that is unfair, it's unhealthy to you, and it's damn near impossible.
Well, shit, that's not what I'm doing, man. Y'all can't say that no more to me.
Well, it's not saying you a nice guy.
Because in all, I'm gonna be honest with you. In all honesty, the real thing is this dude over here, and don't be compared to nobody else. That's my deal. Like, the comparison is what kills me, because they're quick to say all men are dogs. That ain't true. Just the men that you've been with.
Right. But here's the thing, though.
You keep finding the same one over and over again.
Right.
But I'm the one that comes behind that. Go ahead.
No. I was getting ready to say, and you about to say what I was getting ready to say. But the thing about it is you try to prove them wrong. Okay? Now,
that's too much
I'm not saying
work, man.
No. But this is what you do, though. This is what you've done. You work to prove them wrong. You are that person who they think all men are dogs, and you're like, but all men ain't dogs. Let me show you that all men ain't dogs. The problem with that is they still hurting. They only saying all men are dogs because the ones they've dated recently are being dogs. You have to allow them to grow and realize maybe those couple of guys were dogs, right? Or maybe I'm giving out the kit and caboodle too much, and that's why I keep making dogs come around. Maybe if I change up how I present myself or what I feel I deserve, I wouldn't even give these guys an opportunity because I would see what's happening right away. And the problem is you're sliding in as the nice guy, trying to prove a point during a rebound period, which makes you either A, this is something different, this is something refreshing, this is something awesome, I'm going to go ahead and give Gator a try because first of all, he's not talking like, let's just name the guy Tyrone. He's not talking like Tyrone. He's not.
They always
he's not.
Tyrone.
Blame Erykah Badu. Blame her. And the crazy part is Tyrone wasn't the bad guy. Tyrone just happened to be the friend of the bad guy. He just happened to be the friend of the bad guy.
Word.
So let's just say Tyrone is a bad guy too, because you hang with, your circle is the same. You know, chickens don't fly with eagles. Okay. Yeah. So let's just say. So, and that's another thing that we'll talk about one of these days. But no, in this scenario, she's still hurt. She's in her rebound phase, and you're the world's greatest defender, because you're defending men left and right. You're standing up for all the good men in the world. So in the rebound phase, that's exactly what you're doing. You're defending people who you shouldn't be defending. Even though you're dating her, you're just reassuring her that there are good men out there. You're a great friend. You're a great person. Thank you for helping me heal. But now let me go get the kind of guys I feel like I should be dating.
Right.
But it's sad your actions don't show that, though. That's all.
Of course not.
That's the
because they're emotional. They emotional and they hurt, so they looking for anybody that's gonna band-aid their wounds and make them feel good and build their confidence back up. So of course the actions don't show that, but in the back of their mind is they know they tight, they know what they want, and then on the other side of it, maybe they just crazy as hell and not good for a relationship. Maybe they have nothing to do with the five guys. It probably have nothing to do with the five guys. Maybe they just no good at this time in their life for a relationship, and they toxic in whichever way they are toxic, and they're not looking at themselves in the mirror. They looking to point the blame towards all the different relationships that went wrong, because it comes a time where you got to stop looking at the other people that was in the relationships and look at yourself, because the common denominator is you. So,
and that's one finger, there are four pointing back at you.
Right. And see, that's where the whole entire healing process is supposed to happen. See, when a chick rebounds into a new guy before they're done healing, and that guy is a nice guy, they'll never heal. You are a Band-Aid.
Super fat.
The problem is,
as
being a Band-Aid.
I'm a Band-Aid.
You're a Band-Aid.
You a Band-Aid, man.
You a Band-Aid, bro. I'm just saying, the nice guy is a Band-Aid. Because if he was hurt by this other guy, and we know for a fact that this guy's a jerk. This he's an asshole, plain and simple. But that's what they attracted. His aggressiveness, his bravado, his swag is just what she's attracted to. Even though he's a jerk, okay? You, on the other hand, you're sophisticated, you're smart, you're intelligent, you drop knowledge, you make her feel good about herself, okay? You would think on paper you would be the guy that she would choose. But in actuality, you don't entertain her. You don't challenge her. You don't make her have to use her progressive female senses. Okay? You're comfortable. You're the person that you end up with. And if she's not in that phase where she's ready to do a long-term settle downness, she's not going to consider you. Your stability. They don't always want stability. They want adventure. They want excitement. They want to wake up the next day and today is different than yesterday. And it doesn't have to be nothing major. It just has to be something that makes her still feel alive. Sometimes assholes are jerks in bed because they think they're the best thing ever for women.
Oh, what's up, Doc?
They always got something to prove. You know what I'm saying? So these are the ones that every woman will go to. And because of this, you guys will lose. So you're a Band-Aid. You're healing her. You're covering up the wound to make her feel better about herself and still be able to go out here and date other men. But the problem is the wound's never healed. This is when they need to be alone. This is when they need to reflect. This is when they need to look at themselves and say, hey, maybe I overreacted at dinner that day. Or maybe I was a little too much because he didn't text me back right away. I mean, he does work a 9-to-5 job where he can't have his phone on him. So I got to take into consideration that maybe he couldn't get to his phone. Or maybe I'm still upset because Jeremy I dated back in high school left me for the ugly girl or the cheerleading squad, and I still ain't got over that.
Exactly.
Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that they have to do.
I'm doing my job, so I know they hear me talking.
Well, you mute yourself then.
I know they hear me talking. My bad.
I'm going to mute him.
Right?
My bad. I'm sorry. I thought I had muted myself until I looked down.
Check. Look at the button.
What you going to have to do, brother, is make sure you go back.
Where I was at, and y'all said...
Now look, whatever you missed that we just said to you, make sure you go back and listen to the replay because there's some real important jewels being dropped.
I was listening. I was just counting money. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and count money. We always about counting money.
Secure the bag.
We always about counting money. But no, to sum it up in a nutshell, though, just to round it out because we're getting close to the end of the show. Definitely, you're a Band-Aid, and you have to make sure that you don't become a Band-Aid in regards to the situation. Sometimes you do have to put it on the table, but also you have to tell that woman you still need to heal. Now, we can date, we can hang out, we can do stuff, but you need to still heal. You still need to work out your problems. You need to get to know yourself better. And I know here at Tone Deaf Radio, we always promote self-love is the best love, and a lot of single people are tired of hearing that. But that's because you're not listening. You hear the phrase, and you think about, well, just be single and get to know you, but you're not understanding what about you need to get to know. Why the last relationship didn't work?
Stuff about you being life. I'm sorry.
That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason for doing it. Because you got to find out why don't you like it. Why don't you like it?
And honestly, my opinion is don't date while you healing. That's my opinion. I mean, do not date while you healing. While you healing, dating, that's not the right thing, because that's a distraction, and that can cause you to not properly heal the way you need to heal. Like, take your time
or you
for
make
yourself.
A stupid mistake. Right. Or you make a stupid mistake and be a side person.
Exactly. So you accept that just for the comfort, but take that time for yourself. Don't try to date and mix and mingle while you heal, and heal first. So therefore, when that next relationship come, that next person come, you can receive that properly and give it back properly. You got to take that time. It's hard. You got feelings and all that involved, but if you don't take that proper time to properly heal, it's just going to be a revolving door. And that's just not healthy for either party in that situation.
Big fact. Big fact. So, that being said, we have come to the end of the show. Definitely make sure you check us out this week. Yesterday, I did my open letter. So if you've ever want to know what's going on with us here at Tone Deaf Radio, because yesterday we reached our 6-year anniversary. Tone Deaf Radio has dramatically changed a lot since we began. And a lot of questions get asked or inboxed to me was how I started this, why I started this, and things like that. So definitely make sure you go ahead and you check that out on Spreaker. Humble beginnings are always humble, as they say. Yes. Also, if you didn't know, now you know. Tone Deaf Radio has officially gone full-blown 24/7. I was supposed to start it as of today's date, but I did not receive all my gospel information like I was supposed to. So I'll start tomorrow. All day, every day, you're going to hear music, past shows, replays of current episodes from the previous week, as well as still doing live shows every day. So definitely make sure you tune in and check that out. You guys got anything before we go ahead and wrap it up for tonight?
This week I'm going to break down love languages. If you don't know what they are, you need to look them up. Love languages. There are different languages that different, let's say, men and women speak. So we're going to break them down and tell you what they are, how you can see them, and all that type of stuff. Yeah, this going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to call in because I got a couple of love languages. I don't know if they on your list, but, I got
I got a couple of love languages.
A couple of love languages.
Hell no.
Might be a different list, but, I'm just saying, They on deck. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Me and Fresh gonna have to call in and we're gonna give some pointers on the hood love languages. Love languages from the hood. It's a different book.
Speaking of Fresh, this week's episode of the Definitely Fresh Show will actually be aired this Saturday instead of this Thursday like normal. It is also the anniversary for the Deaf Fresh Show. So that's going to be a little bit wild, a little bit crazy. I'm technically trying to talk him into taking off on Friday so we can do it on 420 like we normally do our anniversary episode. But we'll see what happens in regards to that. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close out tonight's show. Cal,
let's close it out. Let's put.
Nah. We gotta throw it back. We gotta throw it way back. Like
let's do it.
We done some R&B. We opened tonight's show with J. Cole's No Role Model.
Yes,
we gotta go back to the song that originally started the Don't Save Her campaign, which is Project Pat. That's tonight's show, bro. Just saying.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you.
So with that being said, people, thank you for tuning in, and we'll holler at you.
Man Cave, TDR.
Damn it, Pat. Oh, there we go.
Welcome to the Hypnotized Zone. Today you'll hear the story of Russell Resthaven and the day he tried to save his girlfriend. Here's the story.
Man, you won't believe what the hell to me now, man. What? I let this nigga come out my house and he fuck my bitch. But I'm gonna kill him when he get off work tonight, though. Man, fuck that hoe, man. They be trying to say that bitch, man. My nigga in them house are holding Brian Fraser. Man, spent cheese on it and everything. I'm gonna raise some more shit, man. I'm gonna kill that nigga that I'm gonna marry. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, man. I love her, man. I love her, man. That's man, man. I love her, man. I gotta marry her, man. I'm gonna marry her.
She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved.
I'ma introduce me, Project Pat, I keep it real. I'ma introduce you, use a sucker making deals. You're gonna let these freaky hoes run your night. I don't understand how you turn a freak into a wife. I don't really get why you be eating out of calls. You done bought the bitch a phone, now you're screening all the calls. It's about 4 a.m., she ain't nowhere to be found. Somewhere with a pen, then your face is turning around. But you been saving mad, and you know when she is go. Sucking big, chewing cat, and I heard she on that blow. Did the line, maybe two, now she down to do the do. Took her to the studio, so she down to do the crew. I know just what to do, you get extra close to leave. Once the bitch pack of shit, hurry up and run them steeds. Two things I ain't never in my life to see before. It's a UFO, or a hoe that wouldn't go.
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, 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 don't save her. She don't wanna be saved.
Jackie simple, Jackie cooker, Jackie like to suck a dicker. All she wanna do, smoke a blunt, get a drink of liquor, live her to the ball booty, even though the spell duty. You be trying to save her sweater, but you need to fucking let her be the bitch she really is. Her suck my dick, you gon' kiss her. Hating hoes, try to diss her. Head nigga wanna hit her in the bed, lay her damn food on her stairs, call her up, head there, dick thing, just a player. She is star, other footer, pussy wet, real gooder. Camcorder, I don't take, did I sell her? Man, I shoulda. Fucked up in her mouth, ass, she be taking all gas, keep my tank on Florida. She'll pay for my gas, ass for her nigga, drop her somewhere, trying to watch her pregnant by another man. But you wanna beat her, pop a nut, come, but she crave her backseat. This behavior, you'll never get the bitch, cause she with that red.
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, 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 don't save her. She don't wanna be